Hey everyone, MC Ryder here, and today we're going to be changing the oil on my R9T Scrambler. Alright, so we went for a ride to warm up the bike and the oil. The oil in the bike right now, I'll let us see it for a little while because it was really hot. And so now it's warm enough to where it's gonna drip easily, but it's not too hot to where it's gonna, burn my hands or anything. Bike's been sitting there for about 20-30 minutes, and so now it's ready to start. Now there's a few things you're gonna need for this oil change. Obviously you're gonna need the oil, and I got this kit from Sierra BMW. So basically it comes with the oil that you're gonna need. That's the 15W30, the oil filter, crash washer, and this is separate, so this is not part of the kit, but I got this oil filter range from them too. And you're gonna need a screwdriver handle, which should have come on your toolkit for the bike. This right here is what you're gonna use to open the filler cap right here. Also, you're gonna have two torque wrenches here, because they're two different ranges, but you can get one torque wrench that may be able to do the job. You will need one just to tighten it up to the right torque specs. If you don't, you are taking the risk of stripping or tearing the threads on the case, and that wouldn't be a good deal. So also, a drip pan for the oil, and you're gonna need an 8mm Allen or hex, probably an extension, and just a regular ratchet, and of course some gloves so you don't get dirty. So I'm gonna take the filler cap off first, just so whenever I'm draining, it doesn't create a vacuum in here and just slow it down, the drain. So ready. Another thing you may need is something to wipe stuff off. These off. So it's loose. I hope no getting in the way of it. This can get messy, so let that drip as much as possible. And then we're gonna go ahead and take the oil filter, but we're gonna let it drip as much as possible before we do that, because the oil filter is going to collect some oil, and we want to drain as much as we can from there before we. Alright, so I just prepped this. Like I said, you don't need to use a torque wrench for loosen it up. When you turn it up, you will need the torque wrench. So right now, we're just going to loosen everything up to get and drain all the oil, and we're going to start installing the oil filter and all that stuff, and then we're going to go ahead and remove the oil filter. Now make sure the pan is underneath and you have enough room, because it will drip some oil here. Like I said, this can get messy, so now here you have to make sure that the gasket, you have to remove it. You won't have two gaskets put on this thing. So, see, the gasket's not here, so that's telling me that the gasket is up there. So, I'm going to have to remove that gasket. So I'm very carefully wiggling the bike around just to move the residual oil that might be there. So we're going to check this stuff. Like I said, we have a gasket down there that I'm going to have to remove. Why am I changing the oil right now? Okay, so let me explain a couple of things about this right now. So here's the gasket. We won't need this anymore. So here's the thing. I live in Louisiana, so it's really, really, really hot here during the summertime. And although the manufacturer's recommendation is to change the oil, I think it's every 6,000 miles. And I have been doing that. It's been 3,000 miles since the last time I changed it, which was right in the middle of the summer. So I didn't necessarily have to change the oil, but I like to keep the engine clean and running best I can. Like I said, it wasn't necessary. The engine would have been able to go fine for another 3,000 miles. I have enough level. Alright, so now I'm going to install the oil filter first. It doesn't matter which order you do it. Just make sure you plug everything before you start pouring oil. So I'm gonna put the oil filter first, and then I'm gonna put the crush washer. The crush washer and the plug in, and then we're gonna torque them up to the specifications that the manufacturer requires. So to do this, I'm gonna wet the gasket a little bit with oil. So just tap a little bit of oil here on my finger, and all I'm gonna do is put some oil. It's just enough for two things. One is gonna create a better seal, and two is gonna let it slide as you're screwing it into place. Now make sure that you don't strip the thread. So you have to take your time doing this. It's not that complicated, but don't force it. If it's not screwing it like easy like this one did, you may need to change that. Alright, that's not tight. So now I'm gonna grab the torque wrench and alright, so it's 11 Newton meters for the oil filter, so easily. Alright, that's it. 11 Newton meters as required by the manufacturer. In your kit, you're gonna have the crush washer. They taped it onto the oil filter box. So I take this and press it. Put it in the plug like this, and this right here is 32 Newton meters. All right. I'm gonna wipe this off, and now we're gonna add the plug. Like I said, make sure that this goes easy. It shouldn't be hard to put it on. And now slowly. There we go. Easy. All right, that's it. All right, so I have this oil funnel here. Motion Pro. I like it a lot because it has a valve here, so it lets me adjust. But I use it for all kinds of oil, and so I need to make sure there's no moisture in here, that there's no residual oil from the other stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some of the old oil, put it in here to help it rinse whatever impurities are in here. Alright, so I have rinsed this. This one. Like I said, since you have a valve, you can pour it in here and then you just bring that up there and it should be all good. Next quart. Alright, we're going to bring the other quart after this one. I'm going to pour half of the other quart and we're going to check. It should take all 4 quarts, but we'll see. I'm going to put half of this one and then we're going to check the window, see where we're at. Now the window is going to show, the window's probably going to show right now a little bit over half. What I want the window to show right now is pretty much full, because once you start the engine, everything is going to move through the engine, and so it's going to lower that level. So now you see, we started the bike and now the oil drawed because it moved through the motor. So usually you wait about 5 minutes and the level starts coming up and coming up and coming up. I think you can see it a little bit right now, how the level is slowly starting to come up. But so we're gonna go ahead and fill it up all the way with the rest of the quart that I have, and that should be good to go. Sure. You can see that right now, all the way to the top. I just pour some of this oil in here, hopefully without making a mess. Open this valve here carefully. Let it drip there. And guys, highly recommend this funnel. It's a little pricey for a funnel, but it's so much easier to work with. Alright, so now we're gonna get the bike off the stand. We're gonna start it. We're gonna go for just a short ride. Make sure that everything is good on the bike and there's no leaks or anything, and we should be good to go. If there's anything, any leaks or anything that we see, we have to address those.